here we go. Moment of truth. It does not get much better than this. For real, for real. What's up, everybody? Jonathan Zaragoza coming at you with a dope recipe today. We're gonna make chiles rellenos from my childhood. So, Mama Z has her version. My grandma has a version. I like both. I called up Mama Z and I asked her how she made hers. And I took some notes, but as always, I'm gonna make it a couple of little twists, okay? To start this whole thing, I'm gonna start with my sauce. Okay, and for our sauce, we're using some Roma tomatoes, all right? And we're gonna get these into a broiler and just broil them on both sides until they're blackened and tender. I just want a little bit more character. You can definitely just blanch these or just saute them in oil. Some people just throw them in the blender and puree them raw with the onion, garlic, and then cook that a little bit. But again, I'm putting a little spin on it. Stay with me here. We're gonna have a nice time, okay? So these are gonna go into a preheated broiler until they're blackened and tender on both sides. I'm thinking about 30 minutes based on my broiler capacity, but it'll change for you. All right, so while the tomatoes are broiling, I'm just going to take the opportunity and get my sauce working. It's one of the things that takes the longest time. So for our sauce, I have a little bit of neutral oil. I have some cloves of garlic here still in their peels. I have some fresh oregano, and then I have some chile de árbol here, some bay leaves, and that's our sauce. Oh, I almost forgot. We have some chicken stock too. Chicken stock's great, okay? That's what we're using for our sauce. All right, so for our onion, I'm just gonna look for a small dice on this one. Okay, we don't have to be perfect with it. Again, we're just doing like a little saucy sauce. Make sure it's nice and uniform. There it is. Little onion pile. And that might seem like a lot of onion for people, but I like onion. I don't know what to tell you. I think it has amazing flavor. I think it's one of the best creations on earth. Onion, if you're watching this, sponsor me, please. I would love to chat because I love you so much, okay? All right, garlic, smash. All right. If you have peeled, you just mince this up. We're just gonna mince it, all right? You know what? I'm gonna get Mama Z on the call again. FaceTime Mom. Hi.
Hi, Nick.
I'm making my broth for the
recaudo?
The recaudo, yeah. This is what I wanted to tell you. I'm thickening my sauce with a tortilla.
That's awesome.
Right?
Yeah, it's better than using flour.
Flour and the roux. I figured it would be like, you know.
I just make my roux, according to what Grandma taught me, so.
Okay, see? Dude, listen to your mothers, all of you out there.
Yeah.
Okay.
How many garlics?
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5?
It's 1 per tomato.
All right, so I should add one more?
Yes.
Okay, all right. All right. Okay, I love you, bye.
Bye.
We're gonna add another piece of garlic, apparently. All right, we're not screwing up too bad. Okay. All right, we're gonna mince our garlic. Okay. Just get it into mincy pieces. Okay, and before it gets too fine, I'm gonna add my oregano to this, and also my chile de árbol, and just get like this little garlic herb situation with chiles. Okay. Just flying everywhere. And for the oregano, you could definitely use Mexican dried oregano, no problem. That's honestly, I think, what my mom uses, except she's a prolific gardener. So I know when she's growing her own herbs in the summertime, it'll change. So this little garlic árbol chile mixture is done. We're gonna get it off to the side here, okay? And then this is our thickener, okay? This tortillita is our thickener, okay? And honestly, because I have the tortilla in there, I'm gonna have to blend this after, but it's gonna be delicious. All right, we're gonna take our tomatoes out of the broiler or flip them. We're gonna make our sauce. All right, I'm gonna add some oil to this. I have some neutral oil going down. Just wanna heat this up. Onion goes in, little pinch of salt. Yeah, it needs a little bit more oil. Looking a little dry. Just a two spins around the old block. You want a little bit of color on it, not too much. You know what? Bay leaves can go in. Why not? Beautiful. It smells delicious. And our tomatoes are done roasting. You just want them to be tender and a little bit blackened, no problem. And I kind of decided that after this is done cooking here, I'm gonna put it in a blender because I'm not making a roux and the tomatoes are still whole. And I want a texture that's a little bit more smoother. That's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna add my tortillas in. You just wanna cook this till it gets a little bit of color and the tortillas start kind of getting crispier on the edges. But don't go crazy, you know, just kind of keep an eye on it. If it looks like it's a little too dry and it needs more oil, you can add more oil for sure. No problem. The tortillas are getting crispy in here. Nice and crispy. The onions are looking like they're taking on some color. I'm gonna lower my heat a bit. I'm gonna get my garlic mixture into this. And the reason I shut this down is because I don't want it to take on too much color. And again, this butane burner gets super, super hot. Man, this smells so good. As soon as that oregano hit that hot oil and the chile de árbol went in, look at that. That's what we want. So, tomatoes are gonna go in. All right, tomatoes go into this. And get as much of that in there as possible. We're gonna take our, ooh. I'm getting choked up by the árbol. Chile de árbol coming to get me. There we go. Man, that smells delicious. So good. Okay, I lowered my heat. I'm gonna smash these down. Okay. Look at our tomatoes. Look at this. Wonderful. Roasted chicken stock. You can use water. No problem. If you don't have this, no problem. All right. Our broth is up to a simmer. Tomatoes are already tender because they were roasted tender. So they don't need a lot of time in here. I'm gonna call it here. I like the way it looks, okay? So I'm gonna let this cool down before I put it into my blender. What I will do here is take out my bay leaves before I blend them. You know what? I'm gonna taste this here. Yeah, it's got a kick. It's got a kick, but it's not too spicy. Okay. I'm gonna let this cool down. Still needs seasoning. That still needs salt. But we'll get to that point in a second. Now, we're gonna set up a little station here, okay? I'm gonna get these out. I'm gonna turn this on. And what this is gonna do is gonna allow us, ooh, I forgot fire's hot sometimes. Okay, be careful. Damn, bro, chill. There we go. It's happening. Now you can blister these by deep frying them, broiling them. You could take a torch to them, but I don't really like the torch. There's something about it being over direct flame that I really like. You can definitely grill these as well. I put them into direct coals and blistered them that way. There's a lot of different ways to do it, but this is a good way to do it, just right over the direct flame. All right, I'm gonna flip here and there. Okay. And the idea is to get them blackened, tender, throw them in a bowl, cover them with a little bit of foil or cover them with another cheese tray or something just to keep the steam in here. Yeah, we're just roasting chiles right now, I guess. You know what? To make this go a little faster, I'm gonna put these behind me, okay? I'm gonna put them on the back burner over here. Little TV magic. Tell you what though, man, it smells good in here. I think that's the biggest thing, you know? Is if it's smelling good in your kitchen, things are probably going all right. Look at this. This one looks dope. That looks dope. All right. And as these are being done, I'm gonna just put a little bit of piece of foil on them. You can like fold it up and just keep a little pocket open so you can throw them in there. Look at this. That's looking great. All right. In you go, little buddy. Look at this. Textbook. So now we're just gonna let these sit until they steam out, and we'll peel them and stuff them at this point. While our tomato sauce is cooling and the chiles are steaming, we're gonna take the opportunity to grate our cheeses. And I like using fresh grated cheeses for anything really. If you're using the pre-shredded stuff, they have what's called anti-caking agents, and they just don't melt the same. So if you can and have the ability, you know, grating your own cheese fresh is always like preferred. But again, don't go crazy for it. It really does make a difference. So, but again, I mentioned earlier, chiles rellenos, you could stuff them with anything, you know, picadillo or like a ground beef mixture or ground anything mixture. Definitely experiment with cheeses, different cheeses. You could do mushrooms in there if you wanted to. Potatoes is one of my favorites. Like doing a guisado with chorizo and potato. Love that one. Okay, so I have a mix of Chihuahua cheese here. We gotta make sure it's not poisoned. We'll find out. Okay, and some manchego. This is a sheep's milk cheese. Ooh, it's so good. So nutty. Am I grating too much cheese? That's always like a question I ask myself. You know, but cheese is like bacon, you know? If the recipe calls for a pound of bacon, you know you're gonna need like 2, because people are snackers, man. They'll be snacking on your cheese, on your mise. They'll eat your mise. Okay, so I like grating like on a piece of parchment so you can like mix this up. Oops, I dropped some on the floor. Don't worry about that one. Delicious. Okay. And it's easier cleanup. See, look. Easy. All right. Am I gonna fold this? How are we gonna do it? What am I doing? All right, we're gonna get this off to the side. Okay, wipe our cutting board a little bit. And then we're gonna start processing our sauce. Okay, so our broth is cooked here. We have our tomatoes and all that mixture here. All I'm gonna do is get this into a blender. Could I do it in one fell swoop? Am I gonna? Okay, I'm gonna put this down as a stopper though. That doesn't splash all over me. We did it, I think. All right, now we did it. Cool, that looks great. Just gonna scrape out as much as I can from this guy here. All the bits and bobs. Okay, in it goes. And for real, we're just gonna put this back in this pot, so I'm just gonna leave it there. Now, let's blend this up. All right. Don't worry about that. We're professionals. This is a closed course. I know what I'm doing sometimes. All right. Blend this up a little bit. That's good. Okay, we don't want too much air into this. And when we cook it out, all the air is gonna kind of cook out too. So I'm gonna heat this up. There we go. So we're gonna pop this into our pan. Nice smells, nice sounds. We're gonna get this cooking. We're gonna season it to our liking. This texture is awesome though. Man, that looks great. That looks so good. Incredible. Incredible. All right, our broth is up to it's up to a simmer right now. And it's looking a little thick for my liking. Not a bad thing. You can always thin it out for sure. So the color's beautiful. I'm gonna give it a little taste. The color's awesome. See how it is? Well, it's got some kick though. But with everything in there, it's gonna be really nice. Lower the heat. Add a pinch of salt. Stir that around. Looking good, feeling good. Everyone's doing good. That's looking awesome. Okay, now I'm gonna give it another taste. Yeah, it's really good. Delicious. I would maybe cut back the arbol chiles. Oh, chile de arbol is spicy for sure. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna season it with a little bit more. You know what it needs? It needs some umami. My mom puts chicken powder in hers. People hate on this stuff. I get it, but it's a flavor enhancer. You don't have to do it. It's a total optional step. Little pinch. All right. We're just vibing, baby. You know, look at this. There it is. That's tasting good. It's a little thing it needed. So good. Okay. I want to start processing my chiles. Okay. They've hung out here for a minute. Oh yeah. No more steam coming off of them pretty much. Yeah, we're going to process these. I'm going to show you how I do them. So we're going to take them. You just want to get the skins off of them gently. Yeah, I'm gonna show you. There's a lot of ways to do these, guys. Okay, some people just kind of do this with a towel. All right, and just get it as best as you can off. Okay, being very gentle, because again, we don't want to break these. Look at that. Those look great. This is very nicely roasted. Good job, whoever did this. Good job, buddy. All right, this is looking good. Yeah, you can do this. Some people take like the back of a knife. Okay, but this, if your chilies are, yeah, it looks better. Look at that. You could do that too, different ways. Okay, so here, try to find like a weakest part of the pepper. It's always a good plan. You don't want to make the incision too deep, but you can just kind of take your knife here and just go a little incision there. Okay, now some people use a spoon. If you feel safer with a spoon, no problem. And what I like doing for the spoon is, it's hard to see, but taking this part, the edge of your spoon, and just kind of moving the pod away from the membrane there, and just kind of, there it is. I did it. It's hard as, you know, it's like pepper surgery. Look, boom, pot out. Now, don't go crazy over them. As long as you get most of the seeds, guys, nobody's gonna tell you you're doing it wrong. So, once your chile is cleaned or semi-cleaned, okay, you're gonna take this cheese, all right? It's gonna show you one, all right? This is how I do mine, okay? So you're gonna take it, all right? Being gentle, it's a gentle vibe we're going for here, okay? Little cheese, not too overstuffed. That feels good, okay? There we go. And then I use these little, these skewers. You can use a toothpick, but if you've seen my video with Adam Witt, we did a Chiles Relleno burrito. I used toothpicks, and I thought I had counted all of them, and he ended up biting into one. We edited it out. That's so hard to say. We edited the video and didn't show it, but he definitely bit into a toothpick. But these are easier just to get out of them. All right, look, so here, this is what you do. You go up, under, okay? So you go up, ooh, ooh, ooh. Nice and easy. Under, okay. Why am I whispering? You know, why am I whispering? Okay, look at this. Boom, okay? Chile, done. This is tedious work. You know, anytime I see these on a restaurant menu, I'm like, man, they're so labor intensive. But if there's anything that we learn on this channel, is Mexican food should cost more money. Because, no offense, no hate, but like to make a pasta dish, I can make it for you like in an hour. You know, fresh pasta and all that stuff, sauce, maybe. Within reason, but a tortilla takes like 2 days to make. And you know, people complain about tacos. What? You're charging $4.50 for a taco? It's like, bro, if I only told you how long it took, the ingredients, costs, all this stuff, organic, all this stuff. Guys, good food costs money, okay? Look at this. There we go. This one I might put a little bit more cheese. Más quesito. There we go. Look at this. Okay, oh man, that manchego smells so good. We're just gonna take this, goes in, all right, and then it goes back out down here. Okay, there we go. And we're just gonna continue this process until our fingers fall off, apparently. Okay, now that our chiles are stuffed, we're just gonna take them in a little bit of all-purpose flour and roll them around to get them coated, all right? And that's all we're looking for, just to get a gentle coating of flour on them. This is what's gonna make the capiada or the batter stick to them, making our jobs a little bit easier on the fry. Look at this. Okay, so these are gonna go into the freezer for a second, just so they firm up and they're hanging out while we make our capiada, which is our batter. But yeah, we're gonna clean this up and we're gonna get going. Look at these hands. Disgusting. We're gonna make our capiada, or the batter that goes around our chiles. So real simple. I like cracking my eggs into a bowl. Okay, so you reach in here, okay, and just kind of separate them through your fingers. Yolks go one way, egg whites go another. Okay, so added whites are separated from our egg yolks in there. Okay, all right, we got our egg whites in a bowl. We're gonna whip these up to stiff peaks. All right, so once your eggs are looking like that, we're gonna add a pinch of salt to them, okay? Then we're gonna add one yolk at a time while whisking. Looks good. One more. And the last one, okay? So it looks like, and then we're gonna dust a little bit of flour into this, okay? And then we're just gonna give it a couple little mixy mixes, all right? That looks great. Oh yeah, that's looking great. Okay, you don't wanna overmix that. All right, that looks great. Capiada, done. We're gonna start frying our chiles. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna drop these into our capiada, okay? Look at this. It's gonna go in and just kind of get it coated around as best we can. That looks awesome. All right, here's one. Just get it into the oil and just let it go on one side. All right, and just repeat the process with all the chiles. Yes, yes, man, these look awesome. You want to make sure you don't break off the stem, because that's like your grip. And always do it away from you. Okay. So once your capeada is being set, you can baste them like this. All right, just to set this top part. Okay, because the last thing you want to do is lose this on top. So I like basting it a little bit. All right, and this other chile, we're gonna go in with it. Okay, here we go. Ta-da. Okay, lovely. Chiles, they're going, it's happening. Oh, we're gonna flip this. We're gonna flip this. If it does it, please be nice. There it is. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. We're gonna flip this one too. Okay. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Okay, got a little color on it. Not the biggest deal in the world. All right, I like the color, actually. These smell so good. They smell so good. I remember the smell in our house growing up, and it was just, oh, delicious. That eggy, cheesy, roasted peppery. Oh my God, this is so good. Okay. Guys, I'm happy. I'm happy. Look at that. Look at that crust. Are you joking me? We're gonna flip this one. Okay, and you have a spoon, so you can use it to your advantage there. Look at that. All right, so when they get nice and golden brown, okay, these look great. Nice and golden. You're gonna take them, drain them with the spoon. All right, just get them down on a sheet tray, okay? There it is. There it is. Just want to drain it on the side here. There, lovely. Okay. Ooh. These are spicy temperature-wise. Okay, I'm gonna turn off the heat because the lard and the oil are getting a little bit too hot. Again, we're controlling our heat here. Okay. And this is our last chile that we gotta fry. Did he get enough batter? Oh, we're gonna get it. Positive thoughts yield positive results, is what I've been told. But I'm not sure. We're gonna go for it though. And if you want, you can just take your batter. Okay, make sure not to fry your fingers. Do not fry your fingers, okay? That is not on the menu. Dude, look at these guys. Look at these hefty boys. Are you joking me? Are you kidding me? Here we go. Flipski. It does not get much better than this. For real, for real. This is so dope, man. I'm like happy because it's childhood. And this is what cooking does, bro. It brings back good memories, hopefully. But yeah, that's why I love cooking. It's just like childhood right there, back, time traveled. I'm there. So dope. All right, here we go. Moment of truth. We're gonna shut this off, drain this off. Look at that color, lovely. On the sheet tray, done. We'll be right back, all right, after this commercial break, okay? So at this point, you can put these in the oven, obviously not in a paper towel, to continue heating up and crisping. That's ideal, honestly. I love that texture, but we're just gonna go straight in. So the sauce that we made is here. Okay, don't forget, we have our skewers in here. So what you wanna do is you wanna just take it. You can like see some of them. Yeah, most of them are poking out. And you just kind of take your finger and then like, you'll see which side is, you know, like the seam side. Look, boom, 1 and done. I could see all of them pretty much. 2, done. So yeah, this like, honestly, these skewers, this size skewer, maybe a little longer would be helpful. Some people don't use like the skewers or the toothpicks, and to them I say, you know, my hats off, you know, let me know what school of magic you go to, because you're a magician, dude. Or do that. Yum. It's got like a spicy thing going on. Okay, we're dropping these in. All right. They're all going in. I don't know how my mom did so many. You know, we were 6 growing up. It's like, you figure each person has at least two, because they're that good, for sure. But, you know, this is like one of those things like tamales where you want to have like a whole group helping you make them. That's a good way to do it, for sure. But yeah, we're just going to let these simmer. Guys, I hate when people do this on cooking shows, like, oh, I wish you could smell this. I really wish you could smell this. All right, I'm one of them now, okay? I really wish you could smell this because this is so freaking delicious. That beautiful, like, eggy, crispy flavor of the capiada, and the tomato in arbol salsa is incredible. It tastes so good, garlicky, tomatoey, herby. In the recipe, I'll let you know, arbol chiles are optional. If you like spice, use them. If you don't, be careful, okay? But we're gonna just simmer these until, I would say, until the capiada like softens and kind of melds one with the sauce. Oh my gosh, they smell so good. Anyway, we're gonna simmer these for a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. We're vibing. All right, so I'm gonna shut our chiles off. They've been simmering for about 20 minutes. You can do this as long as you'd like, but I'm just letting you know mine were simmering for 20 minutes, and we're gonna start plating up. So we're gonna take this beautiful broth or salsa, whatever you wanna call it. You can see how thickened it is. That's the vibe. And then we're gonna go in with a chile. All right. Oh my gosh. Now, who doesn't like a little bit more cheese, okay? I'm gonna crumble some queso fresco. This reminds me so much of my grandmother. She would serve us beans, and this is like the final act. Always doing this for my grandfather. Okay, queso fresco. And then I got some jocoque here. Okay, we're just gonna go all around like that. There we go. And then we're gonna take some cilantrito. Like it fell from the tree. There you go. Done. If you guys know, Poblanos, when they're dried, are ancho chiles, okay? So I think it'd be nice to garnish with some, okay? So we're just gonna garnish with a little bit of ancho chile. And this is our version. This smells so good. Honestly, this smells incredible. Get in close to that. Look at this. Time to try this, see how we did. I'm gonna go into this piece here. Oh yeah. The choice of cheeses, Manchego, Chihuahua, is incredible. The chile is cooked perfectly. Make sure you roast your chiles right. Talked about that. Holy hell. Is this good? And the broth, I know I said it was spicy on its own earlier. It's just like a nice back note. But again, my tolerance is higher than most, but this is incredible. It is so good. Look at this. Perfectly melty, delicious. Look at that. Jennifer's drooling behind the camera. All right, last bite. So good. That was Chiles Rellenos. I hope you guys enjoyed the recipe. If you liked the recipe, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you can. And drop down in the comments. Let me know how you like yours, how you make yours, what you'd like to see different, other recipes you want to see me cook on the channel. But yeah, I appreciate you guys being here. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.